Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I was thinking to share with you a few thoughts on hunger, but not necessarily as somebody who has done the Bruderian process, but from a broader perspective. I said quite a few times before that this reality, this matrix, this creation has suffered the great loss of energy and manipulation, whatever, but this is possible because of that. Was possible because of that. I know most of you still don't really understand that. I mean, intellectually you do, but experientially you still don't have that understanding. Eventually you will. So the root of all these problems is loss of energy. Hunger is something that it is instilled in us as a species. It is the driving force behind progress. So it is necessary for us to move forward, to evolve in energy, to grow the spiral. But the hunger that most humans have right now, this moment, it's a different kind of hunger. It's a hunger that one looks actually for the source within, to connect with source within, which again, it is quite not true, because you are source, you are inside source, and you are connected, but you do not have that realization, and it feels like you're not. But because of all these distortions and all these disillusions that are like cover the light inside oneself, that makes it quite impossible to realize all those things. So the hunger that people feel is the hunger for connecting with the source within, and having that nourish them continually, because this is our natural state. And that hunger will be eventually eradicated, so to speak, the moment when one actually starts to live from love. Because this is actually the hunger that we all feel. It's a hunger for love, to live from that thing. I know there's been a lot of teachings and things talking about this, like living from the heart, living from whatever, and they do have a point, but this thing is more than just there's quite I would say a mistaken perspective, which, I mean, most people understand that this somehow has to do with feelings and with the emotional body, and it doesn't really. It's something else. It's the fire within oneself that needs to be activated. It's like a flame. It's around here. And I had this experience last year. It was the summer last year. I think I mentioned a little bit about this thing in a previous update, but I didn't go into details there. So right in the middle of, I think, July or something like that, I was given this preview of what it is to live with that fire within you, as in like that fire that fills your entire being, that makes basically the other hunger, the physical hunger, go extinct, because then you will live fully, and then you basically don't need anything on the outside. Although we are here to create experiences, to enjoy even these things that we don't really need. So through this experience, I could taste that thing, what it feels like to live from that. But I was pulled down to clear some more, because you cannot escape that as long as this whole vehicle is not clean. You can't really live that. You have to embody that, and to embody that is to make space for the true essence and all these wonderful things to shine, to become available. So that is the biggest problem here, and most people will run away from this process of working on oneself, on cleaning oneself. I said as well that the biggest job, the greatest job, the only job that one has to do is to clean oneself, because this will actually bring not just this wonderful gift, many other things, and this also cannot replace what is fairly common in the spiritual community, this thing where people rely on other beings and other things to give me this, to whatever, to do that. I'm not going to do anything, to be passive. And they forget, well, not they forget, they just like, oh, okay, I have no part in this. I'm just going to be a spectator. I'm not supposed to do anything. Well, this is not a healthy attitude. If you want to be a new human, or a human, because until now this hasn't been really humanity. This has been something, well, something in between. To be a real human, to embody that quality of human, that is something else. And for that, one has to get rid of all these things, which, as I said, has been part of this time of recruiting the energy. That's why I said we cannot blame in the end anybody, because it has been tough for everyone in here. But knowing this, then you take responsibility, you claim yourself, and you bring yourself into the state where all those things come online. You become fully what you're supposed to be, and you embody that state that you normally should. And it's right now at the state of like, oh, something that most people aspire, or it's like a nice dream, an ideal to have. But this is possible, but only with your participation, your active participation. No one can do that, or if they do that for you, you will still be at the level of like, I don't know, like a kindergarten. And the purpose here is not to stay at that level. We're supposed to be full-grown adults, so to speak. We have to come into full maturity of our awareness and be able to know ourselves and to take charge of what's inside and how these things work, and to have real power. Because otherwise, that's just a lie. Yeah, and you don't want to do that. It's the most disappointing thing, lying to yourself. I don't like to do that. Anyways, I hope that made sense. See you next time. Ciao.